Hey, good morning. It's Friday, April 24th. Continuing to think about the Lord's Prayer. And when Christ has given us a model of how to pray, it's really important for us to take advantage of that model. And it's not just to be said, wrote in church, it's said for us to really impact our lives. And that's what he does. And as we've been saying, he says, give us this day our daily bread in the middle of the prayer. And then much of Matthew 6, and also we see in other places in the Gospels, like in Luke chapter 12, this whole theme about give us this day our daily bread is picked up on. See, we have just asked the Lord of the universe to take care of us. And if we really believe that he is the Lord of the universe, that he holds everything in his hand, that he is the one who is the giver of life, that sustains us, then if I ask him to care for me and my daily needs, then is it consistent then to begin to start worrying and saying, how am I going to take care of myself? I do it by obeying God and being faithful and working hard like he's commanded me to do. But ultimately, in the Lord's Prayer, Jesus is saying, give that request to God, and if you pursue him in his kingdom, he'll take care of the rest of it. So in Luke 12, it says it a little bit differently. It says in Matthew 6, but it's worth picking up on that. Therefore, I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat, or about your body, what you will wear. Life is more than food, and the body more than clothes. Consider the ravens. They do not sow or reap. They have no storeroom or barn, yet God feeds them. And how much more valuable are you than birds? Who of you, by worrying, can add a single hour to his life? This is Jesus talking. Since you cannot do this very little thing, why do you worry about the rest? That is a powerful statement about God's care for us. We invest a lot of time in worrying about our life, about how we're going to survive, how we're going to extend our life, how we can take better care of ourselves. And obviously, we need to be responsible. But what Jesus is saying, God is the one who sustains that. And he says he's going to take care of us. He said, if God takes care of the animals, the birds, the things that we see around us, we're more valuable than they are, and he'll take care of us. But then this rather strong point here, who of you, by worrying, can add a single hour to your life? And the answer is, none of us can do that. And then in this statement, he says, if you can't do this very little thing, why do you worry about anything else? Jesus is putting it in proper perspective. This is what it means to want God's kingdom to come and his will to be done in heaven and earth. So when I say, give us this day, when I pray, give us this day our daily bread, I'm asking the Lord of the universe, and God hears that. Jesus gave his life so that that would be heard. He's comforting us. It doesn't mean we sit around and do nothing. It means that we're obedient, we do the work we're supposed to do, but I know that God will provide for me. That's my hope. So in all this uncertainty right now, on this April 24th, be for sure that God is for you. Ask him for what you need this day and believe that he will give it to you. And leave the worry to other people because your God is faithful. And that's our thought for this day. Thanks so much for being here, and we'll be back tonight for some more of these thoughts. But let's take Jesus' beautiful words to heart. If we ask God to take care of us, he'll be faithful to do that. You have a great day. Thanks so much for being here. Bye-bye.